Hey, YouTube viewers, welcome back. I had a question pop up in the comments about the holiday farm fire, so I'm going to give you an update here on the very east end, the edge up here, where it looks like we had the fire origin somewhere close here. I just took a stab at it. I'll probably show that to you later in some different origin videos that I put together. But, for the most part, I am guessing that these lines are pretty accurate. They've had some pretty extensive efforts to battle this blaze in this part of 126, very on the very east end, which is very good news because we're probably are going to see some stronger westerlies pick up. This higher intensity, hot spots that have come up here, looks like it's the fire pushing up into the hills. We don't have a local high point name here, but you can see we've got about 3,500 feet of elevation at the as it tops out, and then it's going to push itself kind of up and over that ridge, staying in, part of this Blue River drainage. Technically, I think Blue River is going to be going this way, yeah, but it's going to hop over into this next drainage likely. I don't see that. With any sort of growth, it's probably going to continue to push up this direction. Um, Now, the good news is for a lot of you that live down here in Blue River, Rainbow, McKenzie Bridge area, I just answered a question in the comments about Deerborn Island. I think the question was about Deerborn Island, but regardless, this is a pretty interesting spot because there's clearly people's property here. Probably not full-time property, maybe some full-time property, but clearly like, home away from home, cabin on the river, looks like type of situation. I'm going to pull the global imagery here because that'll give us a pretty accurate picture as to what this looks like. I'm going to pull the fire activity back, and you can see we've got plenty of nice little cottages sitting right here on the McKenzie. Some of you may know those well as you look at this, but when we pull the imagery back and we see what the fire activity is like, we can see that it's clearly those homes, those cabins are clearly on the south side of this line that firefighters drew. Okay, this line that firefighters drew is probably pretty accurate because remember, they're like right over here and they're like right down here and they're like right over here. At least they were yesterday when they were putting this side out. So, good chance that that area was spared in the initial blaze because of it being on an island. Because as you see here, unfortunately, it doesn't look like McKenzie River Cottages and some of the other parcels and property that's right here fared as well. We're going to pull on the Google view so you can see some of the different labels. But we've got Holiday Farm RV Resort. We've got the McKenzie River Cottages down here. Other folks have private property and cottages here. It looks like the covered bridge, the Belknap covered bridge, and properties to the east of there, including the community center, including Takota's, the basketball academy training camp was right there on the edge. You can see it actually looks like it got maybe some of the dorms or part of the property there. You can see that they largely have kept it off Tokati for the time being, which is great news as well because it's dry, everything there. I mean, even though they got the sprinklers going, every morning probably all day. If I were them, the Forest Service is taking over, but I'm sure they are just wetting that thing down all day. Then that's good news. Everything else east, very good news right now because even when we look at westerlies starting to pick up, as long as this can not hang on this ridge riding right over this 4,000-foot mark, meaning that the firefighters can use this natural Forest Service road that's built right in here. That'll be a good scenario. You can see here that we've got some varying level of fuels, but for the most part, there's very little breaks as we look at the force that this can take. If it can stay on the northwest slope, like I said, of this local high point here, that as we get a little further east is clearly over 4,000. If it can stay north, west and north of that local high point, and firefighters can hold this edge, then that bodes, pretty well for everybody else looking east here from the Rainbow Blue River area.